Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go.
Now, a feature presentation.
Good morning, Vietnam!
Welcome to the MatineeChat podcast.
There is a God.
With Kathy Kaiser.
Oh, stewardess, I speak jive.
And Anthony Wise.
Oh, excuse me, Russell, but I believe I requested the hand job.
He's just ignorant.
Stay connected at MatineeChat.com, on Facebook and Twitter at MatineeChat.
The radio's all yours now.
MatineeChat podcast on now.
Hey, welcome back to Matinee Chat. Here we are for some fun-filled info on the latest movies out. And I think I brought some guy along with me again this week.
Some doucher for sure.
Some dude.
Some unnecessary person who just talks too much and is self-serving probably.
So Anthony's here too. Hello.
Hi everyone. I'm back here again to discuss movies with Kathy.
Yeah.
Who's so nice enough to take me on to all these movies because really I'm just a poor local boy who just wants to see so many movies, and Kathy didn't take me under her wing.
There you go.
She's
there
so
you
awesome.
go. There you go.
I think we're into the Dirty Dozen.
We are
number 12. That's so exciting.
That is very exciting.
Yeah. So last week was a good week of movies.
It was a really good week of movies.
this week's okay.
This week's very anticlimactic after last week.
I know. And the movie I actually really did want to see, I didn't get to see, and we'll probably start with that one because I'm eager to know about it. Movies discussed this week: Stonewall, The Intern, and we're also getting into some DVDs and digital downloads too because we didn't see a third movie. We tried to go see. Then we tried to go see Motel Pennsylvania.
How about Hotel Transylvania?
I know. I intentionally did that. But
Hotel Transylvania.
Yeah,
it didn't work out.
Didn't work out. Although I feel like I should have since I'm into voiceovers and cartoons and stuff.
You probably should have checked that out. I had to take a
it.
child to the doctor, so that's my excuse.
Mama duties.
There you go, mama
they
duties.
They happen like that.
That's right.
All right, Matinee Chat Podcast. Of course, you can always contact us on Facebook and Twitter at Matinee Chat. We're working our way into Snapchat and onto other forms of social media as well.
This week, get ready.
Look out for us. We're going to have a profile on farmersonly.com as well. So
Perfect.
You never know where we're going to find us. Whatever we can do to get the word out is we're going to be there.
I'm grabbing the boots.
We are grabbing the boots.
Yep. We're going to be ready to go.
Kicking things off this week with review number 1 is Stonewall, the movie I really did want to see, but I did not get to. Not only because I'm a big fan of Ron Perlman, because he's also the voice of many, many cartoons that I like.
Yes.
But the movie seemed interesting.
And he plays a really nice guy in this movie.
Really?
Yes. So anyway, Stonewall, rated R.
Stonewall.
It's about the Stonewall riots.
Yeah.
You know.
No, I don't know what happened. I'm serious.
That was the beginning of the gay right activism in New York City in the Village.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's.
I
kind of
got that gist in the
film.
preview, but I didn't want to just assume everything. But no, that's cool. So, how is the set and the scene and the? I mean, no offense, of course, I was not there in the 70s to no fashion. I'm going to reach out.
I was little, is what he's trying to imply that I was there.
I just
but
assuming
I was
that you
little.
noticed something. You probably watched TV at some point in time and saw the fashion. I'm sure it was still there in like 81, right? It wasn't like the 80s hit and suddenly there was acid wash everything. There still had to be like leftover bell bottoms for a couple more years or something, right? Whatever. So how was the costume?
The Village people, yeah.
How was the costume design is what I'm trying to get at. Was it good? Did it seem like it was period placed?
Yes, it was very well placed for the 60s. Based on a kind of true story. You know, we have a gentleman named Danny, played by Jeremy Irvine, and he is coming to terms with his sexuality in the middle of Indiana.
Well, the tolerant state. That's great.
There you go. And he maybe gets busted with one of his lifelong friends, and kids talk during school.
Illegal.
Yeah, no, got busted having sexual stuff with his good friend Joe, and
having cordial, accepted, and agreed upon relations.
Exactly. But Joe kind of threw him under the bus. Damn it, Joe. Because Joe couldn't deal with his own sexuality. So anyway, Danny ends up leaving his little sister. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and Mom, who neither one of them wanted to leave, but Dad isn't dealing with any of this very well. He's the coach and, the football coach.
Of course not.
Of course. So he heads to New York City to become a part of what's all happening there and going to Columbia University. Well, in this change in his life, he meets lots of wonderful gentlemen who are dressed up like women, and, they go through their lives finding their way at the beginning of the gay initiative in New York City.
How much of this, what do you think was factual based on the true story?
I think a lot of the part about the riots and the police officers coming in and roughing them up. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I think that there was maybe a lot of story written into the part of Danny from Indiana travels to New York City, to get you to the premise of the riots and everything that happened. So.
Okay. Well, that's cool.
Yeah,
but Ron Perlman did a good job, even though he was evil.
He was evil, yeah.
He was kind of evil, though.
He was kind of the pimp
Oh,
for
really?
all of them. Yeah,
Oh, the John.
Nice, right?
Wow.
Yeah.
Ron John Perlman. No kidding.
There you go.
Do you know what, just out of curiosity, who my favorite pimp of all time is?
No, I don't know if you shared that information
Right,
with
I don't know,
me.
right, of all things.
I know we haven't shared that. That has never come up in conversation. I can't
Charles
believe
Lipton.
it. Really?
Yeah, he was a pimp in France in sometime in the 70s or 80s or something.
Wow.
I know, it's one of my
Okay.
favorite stories from him in the world. He's a really funny guy. Of course, inside the actor studio, who I'm referring to, Charles Lipton.
Right.
So, anyways, that's my
Good
pimp
to
story.
know. Okay.
I have one more of the pimp story at a Ponderosa, but we won't get into that.
Wonderful. But yeah, the film leads up to the riots that happen, and how that all began the movement. And you have to think back. In my entire lifetime, we went from the riots of trying to get justice and be who you are to today.
Of the riots about being justice and being who you are.
No, what I was going to say was now it's legal for everyone to be married and live the life that they want to live. And I was kind of excited to, that happened in my lifetime. So
Completely legal outside of that one small office in Kentucky.
There
where
you
technically
go.
it is legal, but some people don't see otherwise.
Exactly.
Yeah, so I'm kind of bummed out I missed out on this. Obviously, because it was rated R, though, for sexual content, language, and some violence and drug use. That's the main thing I wanted to see, so I'm kind of missed out on that.
Well, and the only thing that really surprised me, too, in this process was Roland Emmerich, who made films like Independence Day and White House Down, was the director of this film. So I was thinking, wow, we're really going to get into some intense rioting and that type of thing, and we're really going to see how hard these people fought for justice and fairness and all that. And
you didn't?
No.
So it wasn't enough explosions, or they didn't get into that part of the story?
No, they barely got into that part of the story, and that's the premise of the film. It was more about Danny and being accepted by his parents.
A side story affected
within it was more of a side story thing than the history and
How are the other characters? Obviously,
good.
Supporting characters.
Good. Danny falls for another guy named Trevor, and he's actually played by John Rhys Meyers. A lot of people listening may remember him from The Tudors on HBO. He played King Henry VIII, and I saw his tushy way too much in that whole show.
Is that ever something possible? Can you see someone's tushy too much?
Yeah. Well, I don't know if you can see it too much.
He's not a bad-looking guy. Looks like he probably has a nice tushy. All I see is his face, though.
There you go. Okay.
So since I missed out and you got to see it, when it hits theaters, am I to leave my house and go see it? That's what I want to know from you right now.
Well,
tell me, Kathy. Tell me. Get with it. Just get with it.
Besides the fact that it wasn't historically significant for me and how we were telling the story, it also had kind of a Hallmark family feel to it. It wasn't epic in any way. So, no, I'm going to tell everybody to wait and catch it on Netflix.
So like an advanced Lifetime movie?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a bummer.
It was sad. Yeah, like I said, I was hoping for so much more from Roland Emmerich, and we didn't get it. So
looking forward to some aliens or something?
No, not aliens. I'm just saying more of an intense film that never happened.
That's too bad, and especially since it's such a very not sensitive topic, but a very intense topic at the time.
Exactly.
Obviously, with what they had to go through to achieve what took so long to achieve in the first place, and the fight still continues. Catch the full review for Stonewall up at the website, MatineeChat.com. And, of course, it is available in theaters this Friday.
It is.
Which is the 25th, I believe.
Yep,
correct?
September 25th.
September 25th. Okay. And it's time for some games. Let's go ahead and play Name That Movie Tune.
And this week is Anthony's choice.
You just had to get it in there. You just had to get it in there. Whatever. Hit the button.
Get these morons off the air.
Hey, Tiny, who's playing tonight?
Wait till Otis sees us!
We're on a mission from God.
I love his music. I do. I'm a Michael Bolton fan.
Name that movie tune.
Name that movie tune on the Matinee Chat podcast. Still not entirely big fan of that intro. I might tweak it a little bit more, but it gets the job done for right now. This week, of course, is my week, as Kathy pointed out so eloquently before the soundbite. And this week, a little bit of explicit in nature, not hip-hop, a reimagining, if you will, of a very touching love song from a movie in 2003, featuring a cast of very comedic and tall gentlemen. Yes. One of them has a brother that's featured in other movies. That's all the hints I'm going to give you at the moment. I'm just going to go let this play out. We've got 45 seconds or less of fun, and here we go.
Here we go.
Every now and then I get a little bit lonely and you're never coming round. Turn around. Every now and then I get a little bit tired of listening to the sound of my tears. Turn around. Every now and then I get a little bit nervous that the best of all the years have gone by. Turn around. Every now and then I get a little bit terrified. I see the fucking look in your eyes. Turn around, bright eyes. Every now and then I fall apart. Turn around, bright eyes. You're fucking every now and then I fall apart. And I need you now tonight. I fucking need you more than ever.
Just a beautiful song there from the Dan Band, who I believe had a brief stint in Vegas as well, doing songs like that.
Very nice, very nice. Notice the explicit week is
yeah,
Anthony's.
Of course it is my week,
yes.
and I kind of gave it away saying the Dan Band. But if you know what movie that is, you can win some tickets and a din-din over in St. Charles?
St. Charles.
Warenberg,
St. Charles Theater.
Just answer the question on this podcast page, and you can find yourself there for free. Movie number 2, which I feel like most people were anticipating this week. Mm-hmm. The Devil Wears Prada 5.
No. Remember I talked about it last week. I couldn't wait to see this.
Let me figure out. Let me get the name right.
Come on.
Let me get the name right.
You can do this.
I can't think of another fashion movie. Sorry, I don't have any more jokes. The Intern, Robert De Niro, Anne Hathaway, numerous other characters. I'm a big fan of Adam and Durs from Workaholics.
Yeah, there was quite a few people from Workaholics in this film.
Balake from Key and Peele was also in it. For all the kids out there, you know who Balake is. But no, I thought it was a cute movie. I had my skepticism going in. If you listened to the last podcast,
yeah,
I was going to
he did
be very upset with it, and I wasn't not upset with it or not like cheesy. But I did laugh at a couple penis jokes. So let's be honest, you throw in some penis jokes, you pretty much got me.
There you go. He actually sat next to me, not saying a whole lot. I was really surprised.
I was eating chicken tenders. Okay?
Oh, is that why?
That's
okay.
why. And plus, I didn't want to embarrass myself from the blonde next to me that you were like, oh, I brought you a date. I made her move over one seat. And so that was really awkward. If she heard that, too, how awkward that would have been. Like, I heard you my date
Jan,
as I bite into.
Sandy asked her to move over, not me. And all I said was there was a beautiful blonde sitting on the other side of you if you might want to.
And with my mouth full of chicken fingers and barbecue sauce, just turn over and say, oh, hey, how's it going? No. You like movies? No.
Hey, bottom line, I tried to help you out. You know, lovely lady sitting next to you. That's all I was trying to do.
Yeah, well, thanks, I guess. It's just, you also didn't provide any mints either. It would have been very barbecue flavored.
Oh, okay. Well, they were in my purse, but you didn't ask. So.
Well, I didn't know you were going to prepare me with a blonde. Whatever. Okay, so we saw The Intern. Anne Hathaway plays the head of a company who is a startup, a very quick startup, which is very cool because we live in a city that has a lot of startups now. Yay! Very excited for that.
That is awesome. And,
very awesome.
And it's an apparel company.
It is an apparel company, and I don't know what made the apparel company so fancy, but they did it, and it had a big warehouse and so on and so forth.
If you would have been listening to the film, it's because she literally tries everything on and lets everyone know what the fit is like. And for women, that's very important. So that's how it grew so quickly.
Okay.
Because women were actually going there and they knew how it would fit. And when they got home, it fit exactly like it was supposed to.
And how many went out there the same size as Anne Hathaway for this all to work out in some magical internet boom?
Probably not too many, but that's okay.
Again, I don't understand the model, but I guess it was displayed in the movie, and it was cute. It was all about how she's kind of struggling with leading this company. They're growing too big for her to be able to handle it.
Right.
And they were worried, and the investors were all worried that it was going to come down crashing on her as well as losing the money.
Right.
So they were investigating the concept of her bringing on a CEO from other backgrounds and stuff to help, lead the company.
Right.
Not that she hadn't already doing it herself pretty well as a young female in a very male-oriented world. And luckily would have it that she, in her busyness, did not notice she signed off on a senior intern program. Which, by the way, if that really does go on in society, that would be really cool.
That would be really cool.
Interesting to see the dynamic and the improvement in business if we started combining.
I would love to see that in corporate America.
I mean, age groups don't combine and make great movie podcasts or anything. They don't do that. So it's impossible. I mean, two age groups working together? No. Never heard of that. So
never.
So that was generally the premise. Robert De Niro had been out of work for a little while, and this was his...
He was retired. His wife was passed away. He's a widower.
Everything's so depressing.
I'm not making it depressing.
He was.
I'm just throwing it out there.
Okay. He was a widower. It was sweet. But so he's get a chance to
And of course, if you loved Alice, Alice was in this movie too. Ooh. Linda Lavin. Remember Alice?
Alice from the Brady Bunch?
No.
She's dead.
No. Alice the waitress.
Alice the waitress.
Linda Lavin was the woman that was hitting on him, that kind of gave him the flyer to get him to the senior internship. Don't remember.
Don't remember her at all.
Wow.
Was she the one giving the finger in the funeral?
Yes. The one
Did it happen in the first 10 minutes when I wasn't there getting chicken fingers?
Oh, maybe it did. Oh, maybe you didn't see that part of the film.
I missed
His
that.
tummy was talking to him, so he missed the first couple minutes.
Look, it's not my fault. It takes forever to make chicken fingers in the movie theater. Okay.
Anyway, Robert De Niro, did a really, really good job as her intern, even though she didn't really want him.
No, she was antsy against it, but good hearts prevail, and the good gentleman that Robert De Niro is won her heart, and not in a lover sort of way, but a compassionate friend and guidance, and someone that can really calm her down.
In a mentor kind of way.
Yes, in a mentor kind of way, and it didn't stop there because he didn't just mentor her. If you notice, the other interns he was around as well, they started changing their style, they started changing how they approach things. Mm-hmm. One of them had to buy a 1970 vintage briefcase because he just had to have it, as most hipsters do these days. But it was cool. So hit on so many different angles, backgrounds. Of course, De Niro being an older gentleman, and involving millennials with the need for vintage hipster stuff, as well as the working millennials as well that may not fall under that category, but are still making strides out there and startups and stuff. So there's a lot of different age group represented, and it was cute. Like I said, there's a couple penis jokes in there. I laughed. I was kind of surprised they went down the road with how do I put this without giving it a spoiler? The Durs situation? No. The husband at home situation? I'll leave it at that.
The stay-at-home hubby situation.
Yes, stay-at-home hubby situation.
Actually, I was kind of intrigued because, bottom line, pretty much anymore, you see practically the whole film in the trailer, and there was two different storylines that this movie contains that you have no idea they're coming because you never saw it in the trailer. Which is great. Which was really good. Really good.
That being said, I'm not a fan of the ending. I thought the ending was a little sudden. I guess, but I'm also, for the record, I'm not a person who enjoys having to be left up to my own imagination of what happened to so-and-so character. Just tell me what happened.
Right.
Get it over with.
Exactly.
And just for it to end on, just breathe. And for the record, she's not having a kid when this is happening, so I don't know what other breathing situation.
She need to breathe, right?
Yeah, so I was not a fan of the ending, but I thought it was a cute story and definitely hit on a lot of demographics and people that are existing in today's society.
Absolutely. I would agree on both of those points. I was not fond of the ending, too, for two reasons. One, which you explained, and one, which, if I give it away, will be too much of a spoiler for the end of the film. But for two reasons, I didn't enjoy the end of the film.
Oh, the acceptance?
Yes. Yeah. I have that whole issue.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
But bottom line is, I gave it a rating somewhere between must see on the big screen and wait for the DVD. It didn't move me like a lot of the epic films last week did that were a definite must see on the big screen. But, if you love entertaining films, this was definitely an entertaining film.
If you love cute De Niro, you're going to enjoy this. Cute De Niro is always a great De Niro.
Yes.
You've always seen angry De Niro or like very secretive Father De Niro asking you to milk his nipples. This is cute old man De Niro. Very simple, and it's adorable. It's good to see him, in this sort of a character. But I agree, I get it. Last week had a bunch of historical context to a lot of those movies that gave some sort of extra thing to make me more interested, as you as well, I'm assuming.
Right. Right.
And this week did not entirely with the intern. But yeah, I would agree with the whole rush out if you really want to see cute Robert De Niro.
Right.
If not,
You can wait till the DVD.
You can wait till the fall fashion issue comes out of Netflix. And
right. You know, and most of you have seen Nancy Meyers films. I mean, it's along the same line. If you've seen It's Complicated, she likes to write about women who are multidimensional and have many things going on in their lives, and how are we going to make it through? And that's what The Intern is all about. So definitely, looking for something this weekend to see. We're not saying, yeah.
I did love Renee Russo.
We almost forgot about Renee.
She was really good in that movie.
She was really good in that movie, and Robert loved
her
in that movie.
Small part, but she always does a really good job. I'm not a huge fan of Lethal Weapons, but I'm a huge fan of her, and I think she does a good job in that movie.
Yeah, and he did lean over and tell me, "Yeah, that was a nice addition to the film."
It was a nice surprise, It probably doesn't top my Workaholics buddies, but I did like me some Renee Russo.
Okay, very good. So
she's like a fine wine, it just gets
better with age.
So, anyways.
Anyway, so you're looking for something good and entertaining this weekend, please head out to a theater near you and see it. But, if you're not feeling what we explained to you, yeah, you can.
We're tweeting about it, too. We're kind of on the fence. You should probably go if you really have nothing better to do. But
if you're wanting to make points with your lady, go ahead and take her to the film. That's a good one.
Kind of. I don't know. The girl next to me only laughed like twice. She laughed like a Disney joke and one other thing. She also could be completely cold-hearted, and you could have set me up for failure too. So who knows what had happened there?
Who knows?
But I like to think that most ladies in this lovely city of St. Louis would enjoy the movie. Catch the full review up on the podcast page, MatineeChat.com, and of course you can always contact us on Facebook and the Twitters too, if you like.
At MatineeChat.
At MatineeChat. We're going to do the game now for your chance to win some tickets to go to the lovely and historic Lincoln Theater on the Hillside.
Yeah.
And this game is called Say What? Oh, wait, hold on. There's a sounder for this.
Let me bring you up to speed.
Say what?
You talking to me? Say what again?
Games on the Matinee Chat podcast.
Thanks. I like to play.
Say what?
Unleash the fury.
Let's begin, shall we?
See, I like that sounder more than like the other one. I don't know why. I guess I had better ideas for the other one that didn't play out very well, but I'm okay with that one for now.
Okay.
Again, these are my picks this week, which means they're going to be a little bit
Anthony picked it again.
younger
Hopefully it's
and
not going to
probably
be
lamer.
Yeah.
And hopefully this one's not explicit like the last one.
I was going to say.
Sorry, everyone.
Watch your ears. It's Anthony's week.
Yeah, whatever. Here is the quote for this week's podcast.
Hey! Perhaps I could be of some assistance.
That's our fifth guy. Thanks, now you get to live up your dream. Let's go.
All right.
Need to score 2
Here's
points.
how I see it. Duck.
Yeah.
You kick it into the girl bunny.
Yeah.
Down in the post. You dish it back out to the guy bunny.
Got
You
it.
swing it around the mic over here. You go to the hole
Bill.
and dominate.
We on defense.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa. I don't play defense.
Typical.
All right, you're going to have to listen to Mike on this, guys.
Okay.
Listen up.
And that was the clip, which I feel like probably gave it away with some of the characters featured.
I know, but one of my favorite actors is in that little clip.
I knew Larry Bird was one of your favorites.
That's very nice of you to include him in there. Very nice.
Answer that question of what movie that is from, and you can find yourself in the lovely Lincoln Theater on the Hillside to see a movie of your choosing.
Exactly.
And that's right there on the Matinee Chat podcast page. Shoot answer that question. This week kind of ran short on movies, so we decided to look into the world of other forms of movies, such as DVDs and digital downloads. And what do we have this week?
Well, gosh, we got Pitch Perfect 2 came out this week.
Stop the presses.
Stop the presses.
Oh, my gosh. Never saw it.
You didn't?
No.
Well, you can get the full review on MatineeChat.com because I did see it and the review.
Do you have Bring It On up there? Because Bring It On's better.
No, I don't have Bring It On.
I don't think it's better anyway.
Okay. All right. But yeah, all those lovely ladies are back singing those pipes away.
You're selling me here.
Oh, I'm selling you.
You're selling me hard. Those pipes. No, I'm actually a big fan of Anna Kendrick. So I would see it if I was forced to, but I don't have an interest.
Oh, you wouldn't sit there with one of your lovely ladies and watch it? Yeah,
I only
you
have
would.
one. Okay,
Okay,
this
one
essence of
lovely
like
lady.
multiple
Okay.
ladies. You think I'm some sort of a womanizer, Kathy? Okay.
I did not imply that. I did not imply
pluralizing
that.
women.
I did not mean to pluralize that.
Sure. Anyways, Pitch Perfect.
Yes.
Number 2. Available on DVD this week. Anything else on DVD?
Yeah,
or digital
actually,
downloads?
Love and Mercy, the Brian Wilson story.
Oh, yeah. That's out on DVD already?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
All right, cool, because I didn't see that and I wanted to.
Yes. It's a definite must
It'll
pick
look
up
good, 'cause
the
he's an
DVD.
interesting story, if you ask me.
Paul Dano is incredible playing him younger.
Dano.
John Cusack is also.
Oh, Cusack's in it? No way.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah,
Wait,
he
hold on.
plays him
Is Joan
older.
in there too?
No.
Oh.
No, just John. But
I like when they're together.
But you'll probably be happy to know Elizabeth Banks is in there.
Oh, yeah, she's cool.
Yeah. So there's something in this one for everyone.
She's in the cartoon that just started playing on Comedy Central with Rob Lowe, too, which is very bizarre. That's cool. So
and Paul Giamatti, we can't forget him.
Oh, Pig Vomit. Awesome.
Paul's in here as a not really nice person.
Well, he kind of has an app for doing that here recently in the past couple movies we've seen. He's not really the nicest guy.
Exactly. And it's rated PG-13, so the
and
family
those are digital
can see
downloads?
it too.
So they can download it?
On DVD. They
those
should
DVDs
be,
or
the DVDs are out, so
they're
they
all
should
DVDs.
also be able to digitally download it too. But now that you brought that up, if you want to get on digital HD this
bring
week...
me to the 22nd century. Wait, that's where we are, right? No. It was a joke. It was a joke. Come on.
Okay. All right. One of my favorite movies from the beginning of our podcast creation, Magic Mike XXL, is on digital HD this week. Yes, I knew you were going to be excited, so I had to make sure that we got that. Mm-hmm.
Rush to the stores, ladies, or to your internet.
No, to the internet. It's not available in the stores till October 6th, but mark your calendar, ladies, October 6th. They can download it digitally,
It's actually like next week, isn't it, or 2 weeks from now?
2 weeks from now.
Wow.
And then the most important thing this week, besides all the movies that we talked about, it is the 40th anniversary.
Can't believe it's only been 40, though. It feels like it should be more.
No, 40th anniversary of one of the classic films of all time.
Oh, yeah, that
movie. Rocky Horror Picture Show.
I'm a big fan of Tim Curry. I like him.
Oh, love him. I can watch that movie. Oh, I do watch that movie each and every year. Have my own copy. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I've only seen bits and pieces throughout my childhood.
We're going to take care of that. We are definitely going to take care of that.
Fine.
Anyway, and for our listeners, if you want to see it this weekend, AMC is playing it this weekend at 10 p.m., both Friday and Saturday night.
And Sunday.
Head out to AMC in Chesterfield. Oh, and Sunday too?
And Sunday too.
Oh,
I know. Going
all
full weekend
long.
Let's get work on Monday. Catch it. Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Yeah.
It's also available on HBO, I believe, to celebrate on Saturday night as well at midnight. You're doing midnight run.
Yeah. Perfect.
On HBO. So that's pretty cool. Perfect. Celebrating the 40th anniversary of the Rocky Horror Picture Show. I wish I had more preparation. I would have came in a Tim Curry outfit with
and I would have
fishnets.
take pictures for Snapchat for sure.
You don't have Snapchat.
Yes, I do.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I do.
Why? Gosh. I feel bad for your kids. They're like, Mom, Snapchatting us again.
Yeah, terrible mother.
Next week.
They love me.
Next week, though, we're excited for a couple movies. I believe, did Sakara get pushed back again?
Nope.
That's next week, finally.
We're on.
Next
week, finally.
Finally for Sakara, which I don't know anything about, but I kind of want to see.
Okay. Well, good. Well, we're going to see it this week.
Awesome.
Lucky you.
Lucky.
Wednesday this week, The Walk hits.
Oh, JGL.
Yeah. The Martian with Matt Damon hits next week.
Should have left him there.
Sleeping with Other People.
Which
Jason Sudeikis.
Oh, okay.
There you go. And the one I can't wait to tell everybody about next week that maybe had quite a long, part of it that included St. Louis, Missouri. Mississippi Grind with Ryan Reynolds comes out next week.
And that one guy we saw at the movie, who was in the movie. That's cool.
Yeah, Paul Harris.
Yeah,
from KTRS is in the film too.
Cool for that dude.
Very cool. Very cool.
Dude. All right, look forward to those reviews. A full list. That's like 4 or 5.
I know.
Get to all those next week.
We go back and forth with our weeks of.
It's an up and down. We're like the stock market of movies, is how it works. Except we don't make as much money as the stocks do.
But then we don't lose it either.
That's true. Catch the full review for Stonewall, The Intern, and everything else you love up on the Matinee Chat podcast, matineechat.com. Also on Facebook and Twitter, you can find us there. Talk to us, chat with us, and of course, answer the questions for Movie Tune. And say what for your chance to win some tickets and possibly even dinner in a movie out in St. Charles.
Let's do it. We want to give you some tickets.
It's for Illinois.
Go free to the Frooms on us.
And we'll see you next time for episode 13, the Wes Craven edition.
Awesome. Can hardly wait. Have a great week, everyone. Take care. Bye.